The following podcast you're about to listen to is brought to you by the Push Start Media Network, where everything you do in life begins with pushing start. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of SYE Quick Hits. Today's episode, we're going to do a season preview for the 2020 New York Football Jets. I'm here with my guy, Ed Rueter. Rueter, how you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm excited to talk some football with you and to talk about these Jets.
Jets.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. So last year, the Jets finished third in the AFC East with a 7-9 record. And, they kind of finished above what people was kind of projecting for them. Not too many favorable predictions for this team. But, last year, I think, to me, watching this team, their offensive line was atrocious. They couldn't protect Sam Darnold for shit. The weapons that he had didn't really pan out. The Le'Veon Bell signing as of right now is looking like a major bust because he wasn't able to produce. And albeit that offensive line, again, was not good. Defensive wise, they were pretty solid. You know, they had Jamal Adams leading there. They signed the acquisition CJ Mosley, who pretty much missed the entire season. So that was unfortunate for them. 2019 they did finish their last 9 games. They went 7-2 or it was something crazy, right?
Well, I think it was after Sam Darnold came back from mono.
Yeah, Sam Darnold was out with mono for 3 games.
The offensive line couldn't even protect him from mono.
That's crazy.
I know. Mono snuck in there. Even mono got through.
Before Corona.
That's right. Pre-Corona world.
Pre-Corona.
Darnold was already out with an illness.
That sucks, man. But, yeah, man, what's your overall feel about this Jets team coming up in 2020, though?
The most, I think, intriguing thing for me looking at the Jets is how good really is Sam Darnold. I don't know that we know yet. I don't know that we know yet. There's a lot of pundits that are out there. Colin Cowherd, for example, puts Darnold right up there with some of the best QBs in all of football. Yeah. I don't always love his show, but he's entertaining, and he's been right a lot of the time. And he thinks that Darnold is he's going to be one of the best QBs in the league, and he's not alone in that prediction. And just so far, I haven't seen it yet. Now, he's been working with a Robby Anderson last year, who's now moved on. He was working with Le'Veon Bell, who was not himself after missing a full season. Yeah. He's working with a patchwork offensive line, and he had mono, and the Jets still went 7-9.
And he has a very, very incapable coach.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Gates.
Me either. Gates I thought was terrible with Miami.
He just doesn't get the best out of his players. As a head coach, you want your players to perform for you. It just seems like players don't give a fuck about them.
He also, Adam Gase, little known stat, leads the league in weird ass press conferences. Yeah. I'm not sure if you remember that one at all.
The Bug Eyes.
The Bug Eyes one. He was, I don't know, right from the get-go.
He's a creepy looking dude.
He was weird. He was weird in Miami. Players never really rallied behind him. I think that might be really holding the Jets back, if I'm being honest. He's always talked about as this quarterback whisperer, but it's like, how? Who has he done anything with? I just don't see it myself. Maybe I'm jaded because he took my Dolphins and kind of ran them into the ground a little bit. But
no, you got a point, man. He's supposed to come in as some offensive genius and gonna come up with all these creative schemes and shit. And I've yet to see it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I've never seen anything special. I've never seen him draw up anything cool or anything that was different or unique, like they talk about some of the other guys. Right. Kyle Shanahan. You hear obviously about Belichick. You hear a lot of great things from Andy Reid, of course, and you see the product on the field. Right. Adam Gase, they talk about sometimes in the same way, and I've never seen anything close. As a matter of fact, some of his players have left, gone other places, and been studs. Yeah. Look what Tannehill did after he left Miami. Went and took the Titans to the
AFC Championship.
The AFC Championship. They're almost in the Super Bowl. While Tannehill had the best QB efficiency in the league. Right. Look what happened when Kenyon Drake left Miami. He left, And he goes and he's so good in Arizona that it puts David Johnson on the bench and makes him expendable. Player. You know what I mean? Yeah. And David Johnson's suddenly expendable after Drake leaves. So I don't love Gase. I think that's the biggest thing for me is, 1A is how good really is Sam Darnold. I think we find out this year. And, 1B is, well, can they overcome some of their coaching shortcomings, I think, for me.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. I agree with you on the Sam Darnold take as well. And I'm the same way. Like since he got drafted, he's just been hyped up as the next big thing and the next great quarterback. And I'm like, okay, let's see what this guy's got. His rookie season, he was okay. Like, he put up decent numbers. And then the second year around, he came in and again, he was okay. He had 20 something, 25, 26 touchdowns passing. And he looked good at times, but I remember the games I've watched. Like, I remember watching my Baltimore Ravens absolutely destroy him. I remember the New England Patriots had him seeing ghosts. like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I mean, it's not his fault completely. His offensive line, like you said, is a patchwork offensive line that he had last year, like complete shit. And they kind of try to rework it this offseason. Like, they, got a couple of players signed. They signed George Fant from, I believe he came from Seattle. They re-signed Alex Lewis to play guard. They drafted to tackle Mekhi Becton in the first round in this past draft. So they definitely seen the need and tried to address it. But also with that team, like, they really don't have any offensive weapons. Like, who's going to be their top receiver? Brashad Perryman? Yeah, like the Baltimore cast-off who can't catch. Like, you got a receiver that runs fast but can't catch.
Yeah, I don't know really where that offense is going. I think that they're going to try to utilize Le'Veon Bell more. I don't know that Le'Veon really realized what a year off was going to do for him. There had to be some rust there. You had the illness from Darnold. I wanted to come in and be at the end of last year. I'll say this: I was really kind of impressed with the way the Jets finished, and thought to myself, all right, this is a team that might make a push in 2020. But just everything that's coming out of there now, because now I'm sure you've heard the news about Jamal Adams requesting a trade. The team just has the feel of a dumpster fire over there. It just feels like this is a team ready to crumble. And I don't expect much out of them this year. I think they're going to be right down there with the Dolphins as the struggling to stay out of the basement in the AFC East.
Yeah. You look at their roster. They have some. It doesn't have weapons. Like, the defense should be solid. All right, that's one thing about Jets football. They typically are going to have a solid defense. They took a lot of players from Baltimore. Like, they signed C.J. Mosley. They took our other linebacker that we had, Patrick Owasu. So they pretty much have a Baltimore starting linebacker core in the middle there. Jamal Adams, we see what happened with them. More than likely, he's going to be moved. He doesn't want to be there. And if somebody comes in with a nice ransom to pry him away, there goes your best defensive player, your best player on your team, period. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that one there. I don't know what to think about this team, honestly, man. I think I'm in the same boat as you. Like, if I had to give them, if overall how I think this season's going to go, I think at the end of it, I could see them picking in the top 10, maybe even top 5.
Yeah. I want to be more. This was like this little upstart team that I thought had some real potential, but with Robby Anderson gone, potentially losing Jamal Adams, you were talking about their receiving core with Perriman. I'd like to think that Jamison Crowder could probably be a number 1-ish for them, but he strikes me as more of like a possession type guy, not a stretch the field type guy. So they're going to have like a kind of a little dump off offense, little quick hits. I guess you'd have to run a lot of slants and short routes there to Le'Veon and to Crowder.
Pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended. Yeah. Quick hits. SYE. Look them all up.
Yeah, look it up, baby.
But yeah, if the offensive line can play a little bit better, even if they play better, I don't know that this team improves much from a 7-9 record. The AFC East in general has a very tough schedule this year. Yeah, they run into some tough teams, and I don't think the Jets stack up this year.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, man. And then back to the Sam Darnold thing again. I'm just not. I don't see it yet. Maybe he turns it around this season if they're able to give him some protection. But I don't think that Gase is going to put him in the best position. I think the offensive line is definitely improved, and I think he'll definitely have more time in the pocket to throw. So, hey, maybe he does take the next step, being optimistic there for him. We'll see what happens. I'm not a big USC, California quarterback guy. Like, the quarterbacks that come out of that area just seem not to be able to transition into the NFL. I think he's going to be another one. But hey, like the media loves him. Like a lot of media members loves him. He got the look, you know. He's a good strapping good looking kid. So I mean, record predictions.
Record predictions.
I'm gonna start off you don't mind.
Go for it. I
think they're a 5-11 team at best. Unless Darnold. So I'll tell you this. At worst, I'm gonna say they're 5-11. All right. At best, I think they're 8-8.
Okay, so a range. I like that.
You're right.
I can.
So
dig that.
I'll give them about 6 wins on average. Is that about six wins?
6 wins ish.
About 6 wins on average.
That's probably about where the over/under is
10.
for them. If I had to guess, I'd say it's right in there. I would say for me, I could see them bottoming out. I could see this being a team that just completely flounders this year, especially if something happens to Darnold, especially if they lose Jamal Adams. I could see them going as low as like 3-13 and having one of those top 5 picks. This could be that team. But I could see a ceiling maybe as high as like, I just see it same as last year, 7-9. I don't see this team being a winning team for sure. Even if all the pieces fit, I don't think that they're there to be a winning team yet, especially in a division that's going to feature a, albeit weakened Patriots team, but a very good Buffalo Bills team and a tough schedule. I think that the Jets...
And a much improved Miami team. Much improved Miami team.
At least they play hard, and I think they finally got their coach right.
Right.
So if Tua plays, that's a whole nother story. I feel like the Jets are going to be struggling to get out of the basement. And I really do feel like they're a 5-win team. I think 5 wins, 4 wins, somewhere in that range.
I feel you on that one.
I want them to be better. I like some of the pieces there, but we're going to go, I'm going to say 5. 5 is the win total there.
Okay, there it is, man. All right, that wraps up this edition of SYE Quick Hits, the 2020 season preview for the